that's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ratings. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Lawrence. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Niner defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give to ETN running right. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
3rd down and 1. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Again, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
First down, Jaguars.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. Search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Quentin Williams in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 4.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What you're working with. Teamwork, baby. That's right. Team.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't,
there he goes, right side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
18 rallier. Trap 60. 10 to 11.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the ring with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger, 19. Traveler. Freeze. Smash. Ready.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw here. Good coverage downfield led to him picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Lawrence. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's complete TTMN out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there, and now 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
In it to win it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Let's get out of here with the win, oh.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got him in, complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And shedding a man at the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now they'll shift things around. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chase Young picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Quick throw complete. So nothing doing there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Niners are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. Got a man, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Lawrence on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, it's Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lions.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Strike. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
We are going to do this. We got this.
Go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Go, Champ.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Lawrence. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
A final shot now for Lawrence. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So the victory here